Good morning, everybody. I'm Teresa Perrin, and this is my stock market watch list for Friday, February 3rd, 2023. Please remember, nothing I say is financial advice, and always do your own DD. Futures are red this morning. However, I don't know, maybe I'm naive, but I have a strange feeling just based on the fact that Amazon is starting to move strongly to the upside this morning. And Tesla's moving to the upside. I just really believe we're going to turn to green sometime during the day today. So I'm in a great mood. I hope you all are too. And I'm looking forward to another exciting day in the stock market. Let's get into it. All right, we'll start with some headliners this morning that are causing movements in these stocks. GENE, ticker GENE, announced that Genetic Technologies announced earlier upcoming launch of world's first comprehensive risk test for breast and ovarian cancer. Guys, this is huge for anyone who's been down this route, and I sure have. The genetic part of it and having a test is a big thing, especially if they are able to offer this to many people, because I had to do genetic testing because unfortunately I fall into a high risk category and have a mass they've been monitoring in my breast. And I know that when they asked me if I was willing and able to do genetic testing, it was a godsend for me. And then getting the results that, according to genealogy, I'm actually in a low risk category, really made me feel a lot at ease. So I think that this news is a lot bigger than most people will give it credit for. So I'd keep a close eye on GENE. It is up significantly in the after hours on this, and I feel that it could really be a life changer for this stock. RSLS. All right, this thing has been a roller coaster lately, but it is ripping this morning. Reshape Life Sciences shares spike higher after hours. Company filed a Form RW to withdraw the registration of its offering. Guys, when companies have an offering on the table and take it off, meaning they're no longer going to do that offering, this is huge, and you generally see big moves to the upside like we're seeing with RSLS. Again, do not chase stocks that are already running most of the time, and if they don't, then it doesn't matter because there's something else that will. You're better off just waiting for that pullback, and trust me, eventually they get a pullback. If you really want to own that stock, the time is not to buy it when it's up hundreds of percents or, isn't just starting that run. If you're trying to catch it in the middle, unless you're scalping it, then I highly recommend not chasing and waiting for the pullback, because the time will come. It needs to. I mean, it's not healthy. Stocks just don't go straight up. They go like waves. All right. So SIDU, Sidus Space Inc. announces closing of its 5.2 million public offering. For some reason, whenever offerings go on the table, stocks tend to dump, although occasionally you'll see ones where that might happen for a few seconds, and then you'll suddenly see them bounce higher. But in general, it tends to cause a sell-off, especially in highly retail-oriented stocks, because it creates fear. But then when they announce the closing of the public offering, boom, the stock goes back up. So keep an eye on SIDU today. I think you might see some moves to the upside there. Palantir, PLTR. Guys, this was on an absolute rip yesterday, and I don't think it's anywhere done. Last night, it was on the technical analysis scanner, and I'll be perfectly honest with you. I was watching it yesterday and watching my options just shoot up. This thing is on fire. It's getting a pullback in the after hours. Completely normal. That's what you want to see, that pullback, consolidation, and the next move up. Let's see what happens. I've been telling you guys for a couple weeks now, Palantir is very undervalued. And once retail catches on to the AI technology, it's, in my opinion, so much bigger than C3 AI. This thing's gonna really shoot up because that trend is hot right now. Not saying C3 AI is a bad stock by any means. I've owned it through all of this up and down, for many years, because I actually think AI is our future and have thought this for many years. So, I'm very happy C3I is moving. I would keep a close eye on it today. They may try to pull it back depending on what options are sitting at, because if they let it go, maybe that has the potential for a gamma squeeze. So you may want to keep that on your radar too. Sofi, S-O-F-I. Guys, I really feel that this has been beat down hard. Earnings was amazing. Keep a close eye on SoFi. It got up to $8, I think, and 20 cents yesterday. And I think it's just pulling back, and I think you're going to see another move higher today. Wall Street's beat this up pretty bad. So I don't know where the options pool sits at today, but keep a closer look. Carvana, CVNA. All right. So Carvana has been working on a really nice squeeze ever since it hit a low of $4. As many of you know, I've been talking about this pretty much. Well, I talked about it before earnings, before it had that tank to keep an eye on it because I wasn't sure which direction it was going to go. It did go down. And then I told everyone this is going to be a buying opportunity. Then I started seeing articles come out and I was like, they're going to make this like the comeback kid of Wall Street because this thing ran to almost $370, guys, before they dumped it all the way down to that $4 and something cents. And now I told everyone it's $6 and that's where I got in. Guys, pay attention to Carvana and look at it. It hit $18, pulled back. Guys, normal. Everything started dumping yesterday, including Carvana. I don't see news that was causing this, but I would keep a close eye because I think when you think about things, you have to think options and liquidity. And I hate to say this, but where is the market maker's max pain? Because on a Friday, they're going to try to take it there. So you might want to look up Carvana's max pain. I have not done that yet. Like I said, I'm long Carvana. And I don't believe this is anywhere near done. I think they're going to try to make this the comeback hit of Wall Street this year. All right. Silvergate, SI. Very interesting play. If anybody listened to me when I called this out the other day, because BlackRock announced a huge percentage into it. And I did make a video on this yesterday too after this pullback. Then they announced they're looking into Silvergate for their involvement with Alameda. Well, guys, anybody logical knew that this was coming, right? Because I think they've already been talking about this. And once again, I think this has to do with the options chain because it was, if I ever told you what I made in options on this yesterday, you guys would not believe your mind, but it's just sick. And a lot of people did. I saw it on Twitter. I'm not someone who posts my gains. I don't think that's classy. And, if you're going to do that, then you got to post when you have losses too, because not everybody's making big gains every single day. But that being said, it got its pullback. I did a video last night on it because I think this is an opportunity. At the same time it got this pullback, we got an announcement that, oh God, I can't even remember, but it's in my video. Another company announced a 9% stake in it, something with a C. Sorry, my brain's fried this morning. But anyways, so you have another company taking a 9% stake. BlackRock took a 7% stake. So now you have 16% stakes that are being announced. Do you think they're going to let this bank fail? I'd be doubtful. It's possible, yes, but right now I think there's another run opportunity in it. So I'm looking at it as the hallelujah because I will be buying some more contracts today. All right, Shopify, SHOP. This one, guys, in the past month has just been on an amazing rip. I've said this many times. It pulled back in the after hours along with Amazon earnings. I think you're going to see it shoot back up and make a new high today. But again, that's if the market's green. If it's red, it might consolidate for the day. But keep an eye on Shopify. Ford had horrible earnings, but this is a common thing with Ford, I feel, because I've been in the stock for a very long time too. And it fell 7.81% in the after hours. Ford tends to get a rebound rally for some reason after they have these earning dumps. So I'm keeping my eye on Ford. Will it be today? I don't know. My guess is that would have a lot to do with what the options chain looks like. But if not, keep an eye on it for next week. Now, Jets, JETS. I have noticed that airlines have been on a rip. So I would keep a close eye on this ETF because it is a good one to get a broad exposure to different airlines. And I think we're going to see more movements to the upside in Jets. Alibaba, BABA. All right, guys, for those of you that know me, know that I absolutely love playing this stock in options. And Fridays have been good, except last Friday was kind of awful. But in general, Fridays, when you see these pullbacks during the week, it tends to rally. Will that happen this week? I'm questioning, because if I look at the chart, the logical side of me says I think it's going to come back down a little bit more and do an inverse head and shoulder pattern. But I also think that if Amazon continues ripping, then Alibaba, because essentially Alibaba is the Amazon of China, right? So that makes me think that Baba's going to continue or is going to move back to the upside and fill some of those gaps it made earlier in the week. So I'm going to keep an eye on Alibaba today for a move in either direction. Not going to marry the play. But if I had to guess, if Amazon continues moving up, it's going to go to the upside today. But again, I'm not married to it. Lucid, LCID. Okay, Lucid had a very nice squeeze starting to happen on last Friday with the announcement of Saudi Arabia's GIF having rumors of them buying it out. Well, guys, this week it's been kind of interesting. It's clearly pulled back from that high of 1780 on Friday. Something tells me that this Friday we're going to have another round of action occur in that options chain. So I'm watching this closely. Do we go back up and retest 1780 today? I don't know what the gamma looks like, but I'm thinking it's a possibility we could move further up because we consolidated pretty much this week, as you can see towards the end in here. And now we started moving higher yesterday. Keep a close eye on Lucid today. FFIE. Guys, Tesla's hot, and so are all of these stocks that have anything to do with EVs. So FFIE, Mullen, Lucid, like I said, Rivian. Keep an eye on those, because if this trend keeps going, I think they're moving higher as well. And I really like Mullen's chart right now. So keep that one on your radar too. I thought I had it on here, but I don't see it. Interesting. All right, FIGS, FIGS. FIGS hit $10 yesterday. Woohoo to anybody who's been in that play with me. We've rode this one up since, God, maybe under $6. Somewhere around that level, though. I think I like $6 lately. And I said, look at this chart. This is a great company that I know nurses love and people in the medical field and dental field because they have great scrubs. So, guys, honestly, I said FIGS has a lot of opportunity for growth. I think they've taken this down hard. And I know that nurses love their scrubs, especially ones that are able to wear different ones. Like I was able to when I started my career, but then I had to dress professional when I went to hospice. And now I'm not working as a nurse, but still have my license. And someday I might. And if I do, I'm telling you, I will be shopping at FIGS because I definitely would love to wear their scrubs again. They are soft, they are comfy, and, people love them. And people buy scrubs for all occasions because, guys, when you're stuck wearing, basically feels like pajamas all day long that are not figure flattering or anything, you're going to go for something that is comfy and good quality, and FIGS has it. Keep an eye on this. I think it's pulled back. It's going to go back above 10. It's just going to rip faces off this year, I think. So it is high on my watch list. All right. Let me give you the tickers that are moving. So our top gainers this morning are RSLS, GENE, MGTA. I did not put MGTA on here because, guys, I'm leery of it because I think it's close to bankruptcy. And, those can be decent plays, but it's not one I want to recommend. So just be careful if you play that. JWN, I told you in the video last night that Ryan Cohen took a stake in JWN. Guys, it is ripping this morning. Ryan Cohen has that touch, but be careful because those stocks that rip, when he pulls out or whatever happens, they end up dumping. So enjoy the ride, but don't get married to it. SIDU, SIDU, we talked about with the offering. Now, top losers, EDBL, SMMT. SMMT had a previously registered offering on the table that something got announced today. Kind of odd the way it's pulling back. This has been a weird mover lately. like I said, with everything, just take your profits, guys. Vino had a huge move yesterday. It's pulling back. Does it pull back and consolidate and make another leg today? I question that. Bill, BILL, and 10X. All right. Now we have the most active: Key, KEY, SWN, PCG, AUY, and APEN. Now, if you remember from the heat map yesterday, energy was red, and so was a lot of these precious minerals. So just be cautious of that. And our technical analysis top list: Key, KEY, Fisker, FSR, again, EV, COMP, Compass, IVZ, and BRX. That's all I got for you today. Have a wonderful day, everybody. And remember, always secure your profits because they will take them just as quickly